I thought that something was wrong with me, and then I went to France. And in about a month's time, I said, wait a minute, I could go anywhere I wanted to go. I mean, it was just different.
And will you expound on that, Mr. Moody? And you're talking about being treated differently racially, is that right?
Yeah.
Will you tell us exactly what those experiences were for you when you were living in Paris or some other part of France?
I was living in Paris.
In Paris,
yeah.
Okay.
When I got to Paris, when I went there, I didn't go anywhere for the first week or 2 weeks. I stayed, in the apartment. And my uncle and aunt, they had an apartment with a maid, the maid quarters and stuff. It was a whole, that's where, I got to tell you this. A friend of mine, like the maid was asking me what I wanted to eat. So I told him, I said, look, tell her I'm not ready to eat now. And another thing, tell her to quit calling me Louis. And Louis meant him. And that's my uncle's name,
yes.
Louis, anyway. But so I'm there, and the French, they were prejudiced toward the Arabs, because the Arab men, I'd see them and they would have rugs over their shoulders, trying to sell the rugs. And I noticed that they couldn't come in places. And I said, boy, that's a drag. I said, that's just like America. And I was never going to come back here, So I remember I used to send letters home, and I would say, the USA, land of the old fae. And my mother would say, Jim, stop that. You get in trouble. Yeah.
And what year was this when you moved to Paris? Do you remember?
40s, the latter part of 47, 48.
Okay, all right. So after World War II, okay.
So now I'm there. You can go anywhere. You could eat anywhere. I mean, people didn't. Now it's different there because it's just like New York. I mean, there's so many Africans, there's so many people from all the different dark continents. That now they've got a thing where like.
Yes.
But the thing is, no matter what it is, like for me now, and I've always said this now, my wife said, there's no one in this world better than me. I don't care who they are, Camille. Excuse me, Mrs. Cosby, but there's no one in this world better than me. But by the same token, I'm not better than anyone else in this world, you see? So the thing is that you can go as far as you want to go. It depends on what it is you want to do. So don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it, because you can. And remember, the government doesn't want you to do anything because they want to keep you in limbo or acting stupid like you are.
Yes. In Paris, though, were you performing while you were there? Did you work as a musician?
No, I didn't have to work. My uncle, it was cool.
Nothing. So they were treating you not well. They were treating you well not because you were an artist, but
just
simply
because.
All right.
Yeah. That's
okay. That's
nothing,
interesting because I know that the French were very good, are still very good about artists, performers particularly, or writers. But that's very interesting. At some point, did you ever start working again while you were in Paris?
Oh, yeah, I did a couple of gigs. I went to what was that place? Oh, I did a gig with Annie Ross and Kenny Clark, Bonnie Spieler. I did a gig in Algiers, I think.
In Algiers?
Yeah, I think we did a gig there.
Which might have been a reason why the French didn't like the Arabs, because of Algeria. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then but I didn't have to work. That was so nice about my uncle. He really
took care of you.
Oh yeah, man.